For starters, obviously, congratulations, a big win. To many people, a surprise win. All came in to go 13 ballots, finishing second on 12 of them, then winning on the last one. Tell me about what made the difference in the end, you think?
Well, I think at the end of the day, the entire time that I had the ability to try to convince Canadians or Conservative members to support me, I was talking about the importance for a leader to find that common ground between all the different kinds of Conservatives. So it was no surprise to me that I had growth potential on the subsequent ballots because, although some members may have decided to support somebody else first, that they saw in me someone that could reflect the very best of the types of issues that they believed in and wanted to fight for. So
can you really have a party that, we heard a lot of different issues, a real diversity of opinion on some of the issues that confront Canadians over this last 24 hours. Can you really have a party that is home for that kind of diversity of opinion?
Absolutely. There's so much that Conservatives agree on. The trouble is sometimes we like to spend a lot of time fighting about the things we disagree on. And what my pitch was to the membership is, let's take all the things we agree on, the very best that we can put forward to the Canadian people, let's run and win on those. And let's put aside our differences. Let's have the debates. Let's have the conversations at our conventions, at our policy workshops within caucus. But when it comes to putting forward an agenda in front of Canadians, let's pick the very best that can get all Conservatives behind, whether it's cutting taxes or a strong principled foreign policy, and articulate it in a way that will connect with a broader audience of Canadians.
That is one of the things that your predecessor, Stephen Harper, was able to do, to put certain issues aside and say we're not going to go there. And I guess that's what I was talking about, because we heard some of those issues mentioned last night, abortion issue and others. Do you set those aside? Will you do the same thing? Are they just not a discussion point?
I have a positive spin on everything, and it's not about putting anything aside. It's about focusing on the common ground. That's how I would put it. There's so many things that overlap the different kinds of Conservatives, whether it's social Conservatives or democratic reform Conservatives, fiscal hawks, foreign policy Conservatives. There's so much that we agree on. We all believe that when the Liberals are in power, it's bad for Canadians, that it's bad for businesses who want to hire and give young Canadians opportunity. So let's concentrate on those issues and put those forward, the very best of our policies, forward to the Canadian people. That's how we'll win.
Is there a major role in a Scheer shadow cabinet for Max Bernier?
Look, I'm so proud of Maxime, the campaign he ran. He has a lot of logical consistency to his beliefs. My pitch was that some of his positions turned away some of our movement and were a little bit polarizing. That was part of my pitch. But Maxime has a tremendous amount of integrity, and he's fought for what he believes in very firmly. He's attracted a lot of people to the party.
So is that a yes?
There's an important role for every member of our caucus, every member of our team.
Kelly Leitch?
Kelly Leitch has had conversations about things that others may not have wanted to, and she had a compelling case to make about protecting the very important things that made Canada a great country. Nobody moved to Canada for the weather. Maybe BC in some parts,
yeah.
But people come here because of the institutions we have, because of the society we've built, because of the opportunities that we provide for people from all the way around the world. We have to preserve that. We have to defend that and promote that to people who come here, welcome them in an inclusive way, but stand up and preserve the things that made Canada great in the first place.
All right, Michael Chong.
Another great guy.
He did better than a lot of people expected. There were some names on that board at the end of the day who did extremely well, who don't necessarily reflect the same views that you do.
Look, there's about 4,000 people in this room. You're going to find a lot of differences of opinion, right? Michael fought very strongly for a lot of things I believe in. Some of his ideas around democratic reform and putting the power back to the people, whether it's in terms of the membership, democratizing our party, but also our parliament. Those are great ideas that speak to a lot of members of our movement. He's also made the case that we have to have a strong, credible environmental policy to win seats in urban areas. I disagree with the position he put forward, but I agree with the principle that we have to have something to say in a meaningful way.
You've been described as Stephen Harper light.
I think 2.0 is there, or with a smile.
Stephen Harper 2.0, and Stephen Harper with a smile. How are you different than Stephen Harper?
Well, look, I'll have the opportunity over the next few months to start a new chapter for the Conservative Party. But
is there one fundamental area where you're different than him?
Look, obviously, there's a lot of differences both in approach and backstory and all that type of thing. But I like to concentrate. This is a new chapter. This is an opportunity to chart a new course for our party, recognizing that 2019 is going to be different than 2015. And look, we all have a lot to thank. Stephen Harper saw this country through the worst economic downturn since the recession, brought us back to balanced budget, lower taxes every way that the government collects it, and put Canada on the map for having a strong principled foreign policy. Those are things that are proud of. Those are the legacies that I will work to continue.
Final question. You're the first leader of the Conservative Party come out of Saskatchewan since John Diefenbaker.
Worked out pretty well for the party back then.
No kidding. It sure did. And Rosie wants to ask a question. The one other thing, and you mentioned it in your speech, you lost your mom during this campaign. Too bad she didn't see this tonight.
You're gonna make me tear up on camera, Peter. It's not fair, but no, it was very difficult. It was, you know,
after every. She believe in you. She believed you could be here.
I could show you the texts on my phone after every debate. She'd text me and say how proud she was. And I'm wearing the watch. She bought me this watch when I graduated high school, and I wore it tonight. I haven't worn it in a little while. I thought tonight I'd have it up there with me.
All right, quick one, Rosie, and then we got to run.
Well, I noticed during the speech you didn't appeal in any direct way to social conservatives who had a big say in deciding who the leader would be. You won a lot of the people who didn't want to eliminate supply management, and you won a lot of Brad Trost's support. So what do you say to them today to reassure them that you have got their back and you are thinking of their agenda?
Well, I know you're always interested in trying to compartmentalize and focus on the divisions. My message tonight, and as you heard, was every kind of conservative is welcome, and that free speech is an essential part of our democracy, and that conservatives love the debate. We don't mind having the conversation, and it's
but that's, I guess
it's
that's
a
the
sign.
question. Are you going to open that debate? Are you happy to open that debate if needed?
I've made it very clear that under my leadership there will be issues that are not brought forward because they divide our own caucus, they divide our own movement. But I've also said that the Conservative Party has to be a home for people of a diversity of opinion. And one of the things that drives me crazy is that in the name of tolerance, the Liberals have become so intolerant of so many people who hold a diversity of views on many issues, not just social conservative issues, but there's a lot on the spectrum that they don't even allow the conversation. They try to shut it down with mean-spirited attacks, and that's what I want to turn the chapter on. The hypocrisy of the Liberals is it's all about sunny ways, but there's a lot of mean-spirited attacks and stifling of debate and conversations. That's what I'm going to expose about Justin Trudeau while focusing on economic.
You're going to be Sunny 3.0.
Well, I'm saying he's not even sunny. He's not even sunny.
I got to run. We got to run because we got to sign off. Andrew Scheer, congratulations. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, good luck.